Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Logitech Player Win Series Season for the Valorant Quarterly Tournament. And these are the Division B matches, and we do have our first quarterfinal in our hands. Today, we do have Team NA Whiff Masters taking on Team iOiO. And joining me on the cast, as usual, is going to be my thoughts on the two teams. Team iOiO taking on Whiff Masters.
Well. This is going to be an interesting match because we've seen from both these sides they are very mechanically skilled, and that's something that we have seen, especially coming into the quarterfinal stage of the Logitech Division B season. Is that a lot of these teams, a lot of these players are very mechanically skilled, and I love to see them going with these different kinds of comms now. Interesting. We have Ascent again, very sadly. But then we are going to go ahead with it here on the side of Team iOiO, running the double duelist comp of Reyna and Jet alongside the Brimstone. Now, this is something that we saw constant on the side of iOiO, that they were innovating with the Brimstone, and again they have a SOA. So I really like to see how they're going to play around it, knowing that the Brimstone sky smokes are going to last a lot longer than any other smoke that is in the game. A very traditional comp though on their side, apart from the Brimstone. Now on the side of Team Whiff Masters, we have an Astra, a SOA, Killjoy, a double duelist comp, almost the same except for the Reyna and the Astra. Now Astra is very useful. I think Astra is probably one of the best agents in the game right now. But again, I'm not really sold on the Raze pick. To be honest, from what I've seen from the recent past, I think Reyna is a lot more viable.
Thing about the race pick is ice speed on race is absolutely insane. I put him up there as I won't say the best race. I think the best race comes out from Chroms on the side of WG Nevada, I feel like. But ice speed is definitely up there when it comes to his satchel plays with the race, and I think this is his comfort pick, and we'll get to see some action coming out from him for sure. In this match, and he does have the spike in hand as well while going into a site here. And mind you, NA Whiff Masters here coming in as the top dogs to this matchup. At least they are the favorites to win this matchup. They are a new team though. Whiff Masters, fairly a new team to the competitive scene, but they are one of the best teams that we have seen in Sri Lanka so far.
Owl rode out into A main, clearing around immediately after that. He's going to be at the side. He's going to get concussed by the Nebula Pulse. Not going to do anything though, as Icepick gets the first pick onto the Reyna. He's trying to slam through the smoke. Gets one headshot, but cannot do anything as Poseidon is there. Trading out Poseidon with 2 on the round. Trading on the Sheriff on that first kill. How do you do? Cannot do anything much. Ash in heaven.
Spike planted.
That was the 14 HP Rusty alongside.
Player standing.
Mash has tried to do something. Mash gets taken out through the smoke and the wall back off the team's wave, as Rusty is gonna try and push through the Nebula. And Poseidon with 4k on the starting round, starting this off strong here on this duelist of Whiff Masters.
Yeah, Poseidon again, extremely strong when it comes to playing Jet. I think he's again really up there when it comes to the agent itself. But he does have his off days. We have seen, I have seen him have his off days, him and Ice Speed both. But the thing about WMO Whiff Master is that even when the duel is fought down, we have the likes of Dennis, Luca, and Ghost. These 3 players, they pop off. Like when the duelists aren't carrying, it's these 3 carrying for the team. So they are a very all-round team that are able to pop on the front.
That's something that really gives you a lot of comfort on any team, is when all of your players are willing to frag out and are capable of fragging out. Not just, you don't have to funnel all the pressure onto one person, but that shock dart is going to do so much damage on Punya. They had the read of the player. The second shock dart just ate it up completely, but immediately as they see information of 2 players in A main, they're going to quickly rotate off of it. They have 2 players. It seems actually though they're going to go for a double fake here. They're going to keep presence up in a shot. They're gonna try and get Izaf into it. Ice Speed with the satchel play, gonna get himself inside, and that's gonna be Punya taken down. Trades kills going on the side of Whiff Masters as they dominate the round with the better weapons. As Nash unable to get the right on point. The Ice Speed planted. Spectre's gonna spray him down. It's down to Rusty in a 1v4 again. Looking to do some econ damage. Here's the player behind him, gonna get the burst on. Get the burst, not able to get the second. That's gonna be 1 player going down for the side of Whiff Masters, but job well done for them as well. They saved up for Spectres, and they're going to go into the next bonus round with a good economy on their hand.
Yeah, it was just ice speed falling here, and they are still going to be buying up. I mean, they don't really need to buy up, so everyone is going to be on Spectres, and there is a technical pause being called out by actually Whiff Masters here. And like I was saying before, I think this Whiff Masters team is, even though they are new to the competitive scene, they are boasting of a lot of experience with the likes of Ghost, as well as Lucifer coming in, and even the entire team actually coming in from FPS pedigree here.
It's very interesting here again on the I'm still yet to see the Brimstone on the side of iOiO coming into play here. I mean, that was the first 2 rounds. Obviously, the Brimstone not really viable when it comes to those pistols. That's the thing with Brimstone, is that he's very situational when it comes to his availability. When it comes to his capability to stop rushers, it's very very hard to get a lot of creativity around an agent like Brimstone, and that is that is probably the reason why a lot of teams, a lot of pro players do not opt not to go for the Brimstone, or if they're going for the Brimstone, they like to have that second control alongside them, which would be a Viper. Mostly, I mean, this is what you see on Bind as well, is that you see a Viper and Brimstone constantly playing together. Again, that's a very overpowered combination, purely because of how Brimstone can solely control the A site on his own, because of how small the site is, and the Viper is able to control. Viper is very strong when it comes to post plants, and that's something that's very interesting, is that the Brimstone doesn't give you. When you're playing the Brimstone, you have to decide whether you are going to save your sky smokes for the retake, or you're going to stop the rush. And that, because that decision which you take at that point may backfire on you really really bad, unless you have set plays that are, I mean, you have communication on point. And again, are you confident about their communication, confident about their approach to the agent pool, as they are going ahead with the Brimstone pick constantly?
Yeah, and with that, I think we did have Ghost reckoning back into the game, so hopefully we will have the game resuming shortly. And in the meantime, a correction needed to be made. This is not the quarterfinal match. This is the match before the quarterfinal. So it's a little bit of a mess up there, but yeah, this is not a quarterfinal game. This is the match before the quarterfinal. So whoever wins this will be moving on into the quarterfinals. But we do have some technical difficulties here. I think when the Ghost reconnected, I think they have run into some problems here. The call is to the admins. So apparently he can't see anything. Okay, so Ghost does not seem to be able to see anything on screen right now.
Interesting. I mean,
this
happens to me as well. Yeah,
game can be rehosted. Bit of an iffy situation, but I mean, it is Whiff Masters requesting it while they are 2-0 up, so I guess I don't see a big problem here. But if it
no, I mean the round replay is anyway available for a lot of these teams, and they can obviously just play out this round and give the second round to team Whiff Masters and go ahead with the game if they are going to play it like that. This is what we usually say, is that they replay the round and then Whiff Masters are allowed to win it in that same fashion that they won. But again, that's quite an outdated poster, to be honest.
Yep, it is.
Valorant, come on, man, get your stuff together.
Win Masters ended a couple of weeks back.
I mean, we just got the news today as well, for like those of you who are interested in the news regarding the last chance qualifiers of North America. Apparently, the Australian teams who were supposed to come in for the last chance qualifier are not going to be able to come in because of passport issues. So it seems those two teams who had been practicing for the last chance qualifiers to get into champions for 9 months, 9 consecutive months, really just going to be not going to be able to do anything at all because of passport issues, and that's quite disappointing. And it's not the best of situations for any sport when you have teams that cannot join a LAN tournament. But it's going to be an 8-team roster, 8-team double elimination bracket by the looks of things here on the LCQ. I mean, I'm very excited for this. Tara, who's your favorite team from the LCQ?
Actually, I haven't been following the LCQs. Just finished watching Masters and then been very busy and haven't been able to catch any of the teams or haven't been able to follow any of the teams that have been able to get through to the last chance qualifiers. So hopefully once it does start, I'll be able to watch the matches.
We all know the answer is 100 Thieves, so I mean, come on. 100 Thieves, they're pretty much the best team out there. I'm gonna make a lot of people mad.
100 Thieves, I mean, after Gambit goes 13-0 against a team like G2, you cannot consider 100 Thieves the best team.
Okay. I mean, we didn't see G2 versus 100. I mean, 100 T won against Gambit, right? So
yeah, but 100 Thieves lost to Envy,
Gambit
and then G2, Gambit won against Envy 3-0.
Gambit won Masters, but 100 Thieves beat Gambit. So maybe.
No, that's not how it works. I'm pretty sure that's not how it works, but okay.
It seems as if though both teams are ready to start the game. Oh, that is such a cute little code. That is the first time I'm seeing something like this.
This is what happens when you have a pro drone pilot on Valorant. You get to see new things.
And you're typically Sri Lankan as well, so you always see the graffiti on the walls.
Hey, that's very judgmental of you.
No, I'm sorry. That's gonna be
With that, we do have the round resuming back up. It's 2-0 in favor of Whiff Masters, and they are defaulting for first time.
Oh no, the recorder actually tagged down high speed. Okay. No Pulse not tagging him out. So he's gonna be spotted by the Sova here as he's gonna get himself into free. He is such an aggressive push. Look at high speed. He's not stopping. He's going to W2 players in that. Izap gets one, and Punia gets the second. They're holding this side down, not letting any of them face them at all. Lucifer though is gonna get taken down. Yeah. By Lucifer's push. Lucifer gets a second on the Punia. Heaven, is he gonna get the third? No, he's gonna get denied the third kill as Izap gets the headshots with the Phantom. Dennis has the Sheriff on him. Ghost has made his way up to middle to quite an extent, but right in front of him, if you look at the map, he has a alarm bot. And the moment he gets detected or destroys the alarm bot, that's information that mid has been taken. There's a player in mid, but it's a 3v2. If he's able to win the battle against the Killjoy in market, this could be huge.
30 seconds left.
That's the alarm bot taken down. That's information. Dennis is gonna get detected there by the Parrot as well. The nano storms. Look at this new exclusive circle. That is the most annoying thing to deal with when you are running into a Killjoy site. And Dennis takes out.
Placing swarm grenade. 10 seconds left. Swarm grenade.
Oh my god! Just sent him out of the lobby with that one dig onto the Killjoy or post Killjoy.
One enemy remaining.
Let's make his way into market. Gets one. Do they know Izap is back? Izap is down to 70 HP. He's is out here with the Phantom. He's gonna get taken down. Getting the Phantom off of the dead player. He's able to get third round for the side of Whiff Masters. That was the buy round for the side of iOiO. Just completely missing their mark. That one single headshot in, and I mean, it all credit goes to Lucifer for that opening pick in 3, using the Nebula to his advantage to try and to surprise the Sova player Mash on the other side, and able to get the second in heaven as well. That opened up mid completely, because then you have the player in mid having to pay attention to tree and market, which is not the best position, because now their B side is completely empty, and that is exactly what happened. And that extreme, that dirty one. Sheriff
I told you before the game started, if the two duelists fall, you have to wrestle the two to carry the game. And that's
Ice is already in me. He's taken down. That's gonna be all. Utility just nullified as Ice Speed getting to Sasha to get into side, get clear out backside. Poseidon and goes through the back lines, taking 2. Mash is able to get 1 for his troubles, but it's down to a 2v4, and they have Sheriffs going up against Rivals. Mash gonna get the headshot, and the second shot, it's down to a 3v2. Izak has the Blade Storm.
Last player standing.
Here, but not expecting the player to aggressively peek out of B main as he gets taken down. Ice Speed again with the aggressive plays in market. No fear whatsoever as he gets that fire pick onto the Nash, and that's going to be Whiff Masters with the 4th round in the bag.
Yeah, Whiff Masters just looking good right now. It's not too bothered about where they are attacking, but they have one idea in mind right now, that is to attack. Reminds me of another team with a similar playstyle. It was a WG New Order. They do play on the same mentality, you know, whether it's defense or attack, they only know one thing: attack, attack, attack. And Whiff Master seems to be adopting it right now.
I mean, if it's working, you don't. If it's not broken,
you
it's not fix it. But it's going to be Poseidon here. The kill shot lockdown is going to get placed immediately in front of B-main. There's no Sova or the Ares, a huge penetration count to try and stop this push, as they are able to get into side 3 of the charge. The nano swarms are going to try and stop this push, but they have to get this one into sight without any consolation whatsoever. No, there's no nano swarms to come completely obsolete. But first kill goes on to the side of Puka as it takes down Ghost in mid, trying to do a little bit of play here. Positioning of Poseidon. Poseidon is all the way back inside. He's gonna get spotted. That's an interesting play. I'm not sure whether that was required there by Poseidon to try and go for that. Because they did have control of right side, not right, but Ice Speed.
Last player standing.
Oh no! That's the Brimstone bit too, and Rusty with the final kill. That is a complete throw here by the side of Whiff Masters, getting a little too overconfident of their ability as they try and take yours without trying to play the post slot properly and paying for it extremely. And that's something that iOiO did. They played very passive on that retake. They expected Whiff Masters to come in rushing at them, and that's exactly what they did, and they played right into their hands.
Placing sentry. Placing swarm grenade.
Rusty again playing this A side constantly. Now, this is something that I'd like to, point out, is that Killjoy constantly playing one side.
Out.
I'm not sure whether I'm a big fan of it. I mean, because like, if you're a Killjoy and if you're, you are extremely strong if you can switch up the sides, but the audience and the recon dart. Ghost assumed it was gonna hit the top of the ceiling, but it bounced and hit the bottom, so he was caught in the middle of nowhere trying to find the recon dart as he gets spammed with the Odin as gets the down. Maybe here he has the orbital strike, but Punia's gonna take down Poseidon. Ice Speed though with the kill on the Punia. Lucifer's gonna get the spray on the jet. Chibini B gonna get on Lucifer. Mash with the Hunter's Fury again, not being able to tag anyone. Dennis is inside alongside his race. Gonna fake the plant. He does, and he gets a spray. It's down to a 2v2. iOiO, they do have the lockdown here to try and retake this side, but Ice Speed does not want that weapon. He has to. Sasha Pack says he's gonna go for the speak here. Marsh with the Odin. He's looking for the first 3-5. Ice Speed's gonna get one. White Heaven is gonna get spotted here by Ice Speed, and the Snake and the Satchel and all that damage coming from the utility, getting the final kill for Whiff Masters as they recover that little scuffle they had in that last round. Again, interesting play here by the side of Ichibini to try and save that orbital strike. That could have been the difference maker in that round had he been able to get the kill onto Dennis. But then dueling Odins in front of B-main. Is what I can see here. It is. It does look like that is going to be the play. Mash here with the Ares. He's gonna try and gonna get the spray off Lucifer with the spray through the B-main. Gonna scare away Mash, but Mash wants to get this headshot in front of him. He gets tagged with 85 HP. He's gonna get stabbed through the door as well, but he must get tagged. He's down 52 HP. Not gonna go out, not gonna do a lot of damage right, but Dennis is look at Dennis is the Astra and he's running up mid as he gets one. with the second kill. As that gonna be shaking out, man.
Last
He has
player
no
standing.
idea where Poseidon is. He's just dashing around inside. Ezef with the Vandal stuck in mid, completely lost as to what the hell happened to his teammates. They were just all rushed down. You would
Spike
expect the
planted.
killjoy here. He spots him, gonna get the shot off. It's down to 5 HP. The gravity where he's the foot on top of him as well. And it's not gonna be really, it's all gonna be good for him at all. He's not gonna, yeah. Dodge the setup gift and just clearly dominating this half as they go up 6-1.
Mind you, this is a heavily defensive map, and being 6-1 up this early on in the first half, Whiff Masters got to be feeling very good about themselves right now. And again, it looks to be a bit of a default here. The spike, the spike is being run by now. They are splitting it up. I think Dennis is a bit confused on where he wants to go with this one, but he seems to be going towards A here. But for the most part, it is going to be a default.
Look at that combination. Look at the combination they had in outside tree. They had the gravity well placed right outside tree, and the page should go alongside it so that it could take out anyone who's trying to keep that aggressive angle, trying to go for an off. If anyone was trying to go for an off pick, that would have been there then instantly. But that's gonna be the A side cleared out. The outro just find out that they're in it, but I feel he's not. I feel he's just walking into side.
Strike down A.
Doing a lot of work. Just the 3 on the round. He's anchoring this side. This is his side. No one's coming into it.
One enemy remaining.
And Lucifer gets taken down as well. Headshot here for anyone who wants to enter the side, to the A side. Punya has enough bullets for all of them. And it's down to the final player, and Mash is gonna steal Punya's ace. But that's gonna be the second round going for the side of iOiO. Punya, is this where you wake up? And that's the thing, Whiff Masters, they have been really good at overwhelming players on site. That's what they did really well on the B side. But what happened there was that Punya received 4 different 1v1s. There wasn't the overwhelm element that they usually have, where they have 2 places rushing down into site. They had 2 players peek, aim in separately and getting taken down by Punya. And as you said, both players on these teams are very mechanically equipped, and it's not just, I mean, Punya just making the case here why they shouldn't be underestimated. But as I said, he gets taken down by Ghost as he's up in heaven. Back off Mash. Odin is gonna get this very Ghost, but he's down to 70 HP as well. Maybe he has the orbital strike call. But also not using as well the shock dart. He's gonna tag down. He's up to 60 HP. Okay, retake as we are going in for a 4v4. Dennis 6-9 will get one. Oh no, they already caught Dart in heaven, tagged on both players, and the Odin on Lucifer just dominating everything as he's able to get 2 without even seeing a single player for his own eyes. And that's gonna be the 7th round for Whiff Masters. Again, iOiO, the only rounds, the 2 rounds they've won came out of extremely huge individual plays. And again, that's the thing when you depend on individual plays, is that it may not work out all the time.
There.
Seems as if through the jet on the side of iOiO, he wants to go for an aggressive pick here, deciding against it as he's gonna fall back off the outside. But look at Ice Speed going in aggressive, but he was taken down quickly by Ezef. But Poseidon is already inside. Just trading his teammates death immediately off that. Then it's really aggressive onto heaven again. A little too much aggression, but maybe he has been able to get the kill, and that's gonna be the spike going on. Punya has an Ares for himself, gonna trade up to a Phantom as Dennis will on to maybe Punya gonna break down the door.
Last player standing.
As an OD on hell as Mash gets one, but there is Reyna, but the Killjoy has the flank Ghost with the perfect timing to save his teammate and to close out that round with 8th round from the side of team NA Whiff Masters, as they are doing so well on these executes, especially on this aggression. Is that what I like from them, is that they have a very combined aggression. All their utility is stacked up so that they have the Astra smoke. The Nebula's going up at the exact moment that Poseidon is dashing into side, and that's really helpful if you're a Jet. Is that when you have this communication down to the wire, and Lucifer has been good with his
revealing area.
Okay, that's a huge. You should run. Recon gets taken out immediately, and look at this. Clearing out that area with the Odin gives a chance for the Killjoy to go for the plant immediately because he knows that there is no opportunity for the lockdown to get spammed down. Goes through, they've already taken control offside. So they're gonna get tapped down. Goes through the Orbit is right. Orbit is like a pick off score. Maybe with the
spike planted. What you find?
But Mash is holding in high speed inside because Incendiary here is not letting them push into side. Mash can take down stage. Nice, keep it. Last player standing. Gonna get one, but Lucy with the backside cannot do anything much as he gets taken down by Mash with the Vandal, and that's gonna be the third round going to the side of iOiO as they wake up again.
How about I only bring a
ruler? Could they bring this one 8-4 I mean. An 8-4
round
is,
in the half.
The thing is this, Whiff Masters, they have a very aggressive comp, and having an 8-4 half against this aggressive comp, especially on your defense, I think iOiO would be happy with it.
I mean, if they can make it an 8-4, yes, from the start that they did have.
Let's start this party.
Maybe. Has his full set of utility.
Scanning ahead.
He's not gonna pick out of the main. The recon ball gonna get destroyed. Mash not having the opportunity to go for that spam with the main.
Deploying drone.
Here's the outrun. Gonna spot the Killjoy again. The thing is this Killjoy has been the one player lurking throughout the entire round, but goes into the back. Oh no, Mash is gonna get taken down high speed. Mash saw him in the drone as he came satchling in from marketing to side, and he just did not have enough time
Spike
to get
planted.
his composure right, with the Odin taking a lot of time to keep onto his hands, but that's a huge push out the Killjoy as Rusty is only able to get one trade coming in at the side, and Odia is gonna okay Lucifer just spamming away pushing, not really taking down the rear, but that's gonna put the Empress charged up on Punya. It's down to
one enemy remaining,
and that's gonna be the headshot coming in on.
last player
And
standing.
they expect Punya to be, and Punya with the final kill on the round. The Reina. Punya has been single-handedly controlling the game for iOiO, waiting out these very important rounds, and they're in the half at a high. Now they are at a 4-round deficit, but if they do next round alongside, that's gonna put
Switching
them at 2 rounds of a deficit, and that's something you can play with, especially with the composition that they have alongside the Brimstone and the Sword.
Meanwhile, second half about to begin, and Whiff Masters on the defense with Team iOiO on the attack. What can Team iOiO do? It's not an easy climb here. They need to first start by winning this special round.
Yeah, but look at how Ghost is picked. Ghost wants to both start in an aggressive position to try and control B main. And look at it, he waited for that little time so that he can see if there's anyone shooting it. The moment he notices that there's no one pushed up aggressive, puts out the turret, and that gives him so much control. And he's gonna push out of it. He's gonna push out with that information that he has, and Ice Speed is gonna get the first pick in. Look at where Ice Speed is. He's pushed up into mid top. Does he expect Izaf to know? Izaf is gonna get the second pick. Izaf's gonna spot out 3 players in mid. That's gonna be the call out. Sights are gonna be empty, but the headshot onto Punya with Poseidon Sheriff is gonna put a chink on that plan as it's a defensive team. The entire defensive team is in mid now as iOiO is gonna get into a almost completely free ace. It is actually a completely free ace side, but they are going up against Whiff Masters, and only the Jet with Poseidon who's tagged up to a certain extent. Izaf though is quite low on 45 HP. He doesn't have a lot of health. Noah Pulse not working in his favor as he gets spotted there by the recon dart. Dennis Sixty gets one kill on Izaf. Gets
Last
one.
player standing.
Rusty is not able
One
to get the
enemy
second. Maybe
remaining.
gets two, maybe gets three. But maybe he gets taken out by the flank on Ghost as that thing is very, very close. Very close for the side of iOiO, but they do not close it out as Rusty falls in the back lines, and that's gonna be Ghost coming in with the knock here from the Killjoy. Gonna close out that pistol round. That's gonna be a 4-9 half. Now, do iOiO, does iOiO force here? Terra, what do you think?
I mean, they should, right? They are behind by 5 rounds. They will have to force, but it looks like they are going to be saving and not buying in right now.
Again, that's the thing with saving up an economy for this, for the next few rounds,
Placing
is that
swarm
you are
grenade.
playing way too
Swarm
much
grenade out.
into the next. We are putting a lot of responsibility on the next few rounds, and that's not the best situation, especially when you are down by 5 rounds like this. But Ghost is again gonna go aggressive.
Spike down
Poseidon gets
mid.
the pick in mid. Again, how is he allowed to get the mid? Most not able to match it.
One
But
enemy
that's gonna be
remaining.
Dennis though with the kill. Izaf is gonna get only one
Taking
for
that
his
back.
troubles. It's down to the final player here on iOiO at some Killjoy. He's not gonna get the headshot as Lucifer's is gonna drive by him with that running Spectre as the 10th round goes live with Masters. Again, I know it's very wrong, but every time I see someone run at someone with a Spectre can get a kill, it still managed to crack me up. It's gonna be a 6 round
Don't
deficit here
overthink
for the
it.
side of
Placing
iOiO.
alarm bot.
But this is going to be the buy round. And look at this. Look at this in front of A main, beg your pardon. As it's gonna be 2 players just pushing up Poseidon. One is aggressive, he's gonna get spotted. Yes, Isaac takes down Poseidon. Do they expect it's gonna be a Lucifer with the
Spike
shot?
down
That's gonna
A.
get one round to cash. But he's not gonna be able to do something. But he's gonna get enough information as to whoever who is there. That's gonna be the rotation coming from the side of Whiff Masters as they give enough information. The door doesn't get taken down. Actually it does, as iOiO almost stuck in a rock and a hard place. Because look at this. Look at Ghost.
Spike
look at
down
Ghost
A.
flank, but Ice Speed with the kill onto it. It should be with the pain shares. He's a
One enemy
and
remaining.
drag his team onto victory. But his Ice Speed. What the fuck? He just running past the turret. He's able to get one, but there is no way Rusty expects this left. There's no way Rusty expects this left. Check it nonetheless. Doesn't spot him. Dennis doing his best to give enough attention here for him. And I mean, not really the best situation. Anyway, did you expect this push to? Yes, and he was just a little too. He just didn't have enough HP for that play. And Dennis 6-9 is gonna take out the final kill. A wayward shot gonna get lodged in the body of Ghost of the opposing Killjoy, and it's going to be down
Alarm bot out.
to pistols again for the side of iOiO. Do they force here? They do have
they have to.
bulldogs. They do have 2 bulldogs on half shields again. Izaf on the pistol, knowing that he has the blade storm charged up. Now we know how strong the blade storm can be.
Get out of my way.
If he doesn't get shut down immediately. Now Izaf has been doing Izaf and Punya both, but it has not. Yeah, Izaf capitalizes on him as the Guardian as he takes one player peeking out of mid. Rusty,
Placing swarm grenade.
he's
Swarm
gonna
grenade
fall
out.
back with the nano swarm almost taking him
Placing
down
swarm
to quite a
grenade.
critical amount of HP, but he
Swarm
escapes
grenade
it.
out.
Stim beacon here, increasing the fight again. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 10-6 with the flag.
One
gets
enemy
one,
remaining.
Gets 2, and it's
Spike
down.
down,
Players
team.
here outside of it must gets 2 kills. It's down to Izaf. Izaf in a 1v3. And he has a Vandal. He has used up his Blade Storm, and it's down to him. It's just not the most optimal situation for him. He's going up against 3 players. He's going up against the Killjoy. He's gonna be here. Ghost. He's gonna be. Izaf looking the wrong way. I'm not sure why he flicked his gun away there.
Match
But
point.
that's gonna be with Masters walking into match point almost free of charge. as they are gonna be now posted up on a comfortable buy here. Ice Speed 1 away from the showstopper. Cosmic Divide already charged up for the Astra. On the side of iOiO, they do have the Empress, they have the Orbital Strike, they have the Lockdown. They have to throw all these ultimates in this round. They cannot leave anything to chance. All these three ultimates have to be investigated. But the spam, he's able to get one, but Ezef is there with the trade, and that's gonna be Ice Speed with the counter. And Mash is gonna take the kill onto Ice Speed. The shot that the short shots on the side of Mash has been really good, but Poseidon
Spike planted.
This down there, they actually need, but the Reyna on the side of iOiO is extremely low as well. He has the Empress charged up though. He needs only one kill to get himself into full HP. Lucifer though, that's a good recon dodge. Tags out, two players is back outside. It was a shot that's actually not going to do a lot of damage, but it just puts one player down to full HP. It's both Noah and Reyna is down to such low amount of HP.
Last player standing.
Punia. Rocky will try to save his team as he gets this. He's not able to get the spray, as that's gonna be Dennis 69 going down. Rusty coming up huge on the killjoy for that round as the victory comes for side of team iOiO. Very labored, but I mean, they do make it happen here on their side, as Whiff Masters still on match point. They do have a healthy economy on their side, so they can afford to buy up to this round. Poseidon seems to be wanting to go for the Blade Storm in this round by the looks of it. Yeah. Oh, it seems, yeah. And Lucifer actually has the Operator. That's an interesting pick here. The thing is this.
I did see him in the previous tournament also playing the op.
But the thing is this is where the Blade has stopped. They know that the Jet has popped up a Blade Storm, right? So you usually have the Operator on the Jet. Now if the Jet is using the Blade Storm, he just starts around. You do not expect another player to have an Operator. That is where this play can be huge if Lucifer is able to capitalize on this surprise factor. But again, two players on the side of Whiff Masters going down immediately as Nash is able to get Ghost, and the Jet on the side of Poseidon gets spammed down. But Ice Speed has something to say about it as he walks. Look at iOiO. They're all just huddled up into market. This is all going shopping here as they take B win and they take the B side. Ichibinindi has the Orbital Strike charged up. Is he gonna decide to use it here? Has the Incendiary if he wants to stop a push, but he's gonna get taken down there by Ice Speed. Nice shots here. Has charged up. The double touch getting not able to fire it out. Lucifer Lucifer with the second. With the almost gets the wall bag as he's trying to use it. Try and tag out the play the back of side. He's gonna. Oh no. Match is solo, and he Mash. He's gonna get taken down there. Dennis 69 with the classic shy click to add salt to this injury, and that's gonna be Whiff Masters taking a set in dominant fashion. Lucifer, huge opportunity from the last round. That's where the surprise aspect came in, and that's gonna be Whiff Masters going forward to the quarterfinals as they take ascent 13-4.
Yeah, they did come in as favorites to this matchup, and they did deliver. And like I said, if the duelists are not delivering, it's going to be this man Dennis. It's going to be Ghost. It's going to be Lucifer. It's going to be someone in this game popping off. And we did see Dennis with 20k in the end of the match here. And mind you, he's on an Astra, and for Astra to get away with 20 kills, he's most of the time this man is on his astral form. You know, he's concussing, he's landing smokes. This is exactly what he has been doing majority of the time, and him managing to do all that and then come up with 20 kills as well. I mean, you know that this guy is good. But with that, they will be moving on into the quarterfinals of Division B of the Logitech Win Series Season 4, and We have a lot more quarterfinals coming your way tomorrow at 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. as well. So we are heading towards the latter part or the very late stages of Division B, because we'll have quarterfinals starting. I think by the 11th we should be done with Division B, and we'll be moving on to Division A, where the top dogs will meet against the top dogs of Division B, who does qualify into that Division A matchup. So it's going to be definitely an interesting month of Valorant coming your way, courtesy of Logitech themselves. And a reminder, guys, if you're in the market for some new peripherals, do check out all that Logitech has to offer, whether it's a mouse, a keyboard, a headset, a mouse pad. They have you covered on all fronts. I myself am using the new and improved G502, which is actually one of the most popular gaming mice out there. And on top of that, now Logitech has revamped it. It is called the 16K Hero now. It's the same mouse, but they have added a lot more new features. And of course, I absolutely love this mouse, especially because of the added weights that come with the mouse, which you can swap out to suit your needs. And of course, this same mouse does come in the wireless version as well if you do not like wires. And on top of that, you have the keyboards like G512, then the 915. All these keyboards are to suit your needs, whether it's wired, wireless, high profile, low profile, you name it, they have you covered on all fronts. So do check it out. If you're in the market for some new peripherals, do check out what Logitech has to offer. Having said that, it is going to be me, Terra, and Might both signing off. We'll catch you again tomorrow at 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. Do not miss out on the action. But until we see you again, see you guys.